This is what if Deku, or what if Naruto is a demi-human or a werewolf, or Naruto. Oh my god. And so, um, have you guys ever heard of this anime called Wolverine? It's not, the powers are not from it, but it was made in like 2003. Yeah. Um, I want you to watch it. It's not like a, what was it? Shippuden? Not um, shonen. Like shonen is pretty much like for supposed to be for young boys or teenagers, something like that. It's definitely not in that category. It's more serious, you could say. And they're not really werewolves, but they're like wolves that project themselves as humans. It is very serious, but if you watch that, I want you to pick out two characters that sound like Digimon characters, man. And I can confirm two of them are. But one of them is from the movie, but her voice, she also plays as a dude, so that's a hint, if you can figure out who. But she just played, her voice was just so close to the actual character in the regular Digimon. And the other dude actually played in the like remake of Digimon. Have you ever seen those? They're like movies, sort of like seasons. I don't think they're movies, but they were like more animation instead of like a kid show type of Digimon. I'm not sure if anybody's seen that, but yeah, that's your quiz. It's already been 2 minutes. Oh god. So also it's actually inspired from a different anime, a newer season, but I don't know how to say the name. Even though I'm pretty sure it's in English, but I can't read it. So yeah. And in that anime, they're not exactly werewolves, but whatever. So we'll start this out with Naruto being chased in the village. He's being chased by villagers, Konoha, as they're trying to kill Naruto, saying, "We'll defeat the beast that the fourth left behind," and all that, chasing through the village. As Naruto would jump off a bridge into the water, try to swim away, he'd open his eyes, sing a coin, and would pick it up. Just because it's not a yen or anything. It almost looks like a token of an arcade. As he would swim away, jump up back onto a different bridge as they would chase after him. He would jump like over them and continue to run. One of the villagers would have came out around the corner trying to slice him. As Naruto would try to jump against the wall, he would have his leg cut. Naruto's around 8 years old now. Since, Kamehameru and them, you've seen, they could jump. They can jump high. Like, I'm taking how these people jump high literally, because he pretty much jumps several feet up. I'm not sure how old he is, but he's probably around that age. So that's how Naruto can do this. Speed running. He would see a vending machine, which there are in the anime. You've seen them before in the actual beginning of Naruto, where they showed it. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure. As he would see it, and he didn't see any of the villagers. As he would put the coin in, try to get something to drink, since he's out of breath and all that. As it would get stuck, and he says, "What's my luck today?" So he would sit down on the ground, as he would hear the vending machine move around. Out comes a person with snake-like eyes, as he says, "What is your wish?" And Naruto says, "Right now, I just need some power to get away. Are you here to grant that?" And they'd say, "Sure." This man has the body of Orochimaru, as he would have brought down one of the drinks and went through it to Naruto, so he would drink it, as he would suddenly feel a strange pain in his heart. He'd be holding it as the villagers come around behind him. So he would swing a blade at him. Naruto would turn around, and as he would suddenly transform into a wolf, a complete one. As he would rush towards them and would take down the villagers, biting them. As now it's in the perspective of the Kyuubi, or Kurama, as this person that gave Naruto this drink and transformed him to this. He'd be there saying that, since it's your host, you should follow his lead. His hand would touch the Kyuubi, because he's inside the cage somehow. As the Kyuubi would be, you could say, reborn. So he would pop, and his chakra would be formed into something. And what would come out of it? It would be a nine-tailed wolf, you could say. Nine-tailed wolf. As Kurama does have the memories, but he doesn't have the power to strike back at this person, as he'd say that you'll grow with this child, and you understand his abilities soon. As he would leave, as he would disappear, crawling back into this vending machine. As Naruto would finish killing them, as he would be in a rage state transformation, but on instinct he would return home. As he would wake up, breathing hard, as he tries to remember what happened last night. So he remembered the events up until he transformed, and after that it's blanked out. As he goes out to try to get something to eat from Ichiraki Ramen, the guy in the stand would be talking with his daughter about, there was an incident last night with some kind of wild animal. They said it was some kind of wolf, which would have made Naruto stop eating. So you remember what that wolf thing would pop in his head, seeing him transform into it. So he would eat the rest of the ramen after drinking it, as he would leave. As the man in the stand would say, "You're not getting seconds like usual." And Naruto would say, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not really hungry today." As he would walk around the corner, or farther away where the person can hear him, and would throw up. As he thinks, did I kill them? As thoughts of him in this state, as he feels how his teeth dig into them, how he ripped his claws through their throats and ripped them out. As he would barf, and he would think of what that guy said. How he gave him that weird thing. As he would start running, and would notice that he's moving a lot faster. So he would smell around, able to smell stuff. As you could say, his powers in his human form would be kind of coming forth, as his hearing would start loud. So he would hear somebody yell from across, like, a whole couple streets away, able to see very far, and he continued to run. And most people don't notice him running right now, since he's moving much faster than he was. So he would be swiftly, you could say, jumping through the crowd, where if they turned, if they did hear him, like, step behind them, they would see nobody, since he'd be continuing on. So he would get home. As he's thinking, am I some kind of monster now? As he would hear the voice of the man who gave him that drink as he says to Naruto that this is the power that you asked for, it was your wish. You are a beast, a wolf. You're not human no more. So, you better watch your back. Because there's others like you, hunting for these coins to gain power, riches, and anything that they want. And I need 100 of them. As Naruto turned around saying why, as the man answered, get back home, to disappear and vanish out of nowhere. So Naruto would get up, thinking, what is his power? As he tries to think of something that Aruka said about chakra, since power is pretty much chakra translated. Chakra is power and power is chakra. Yeah. So you try this. With him doing this, I'd say the man would leave behind a scroll, which would pop out whenever he uses chakra. It's telling him to test out his physical strength, and you might see some features pop up on you in a few weeks if you try to focus chakra throughout your body. So that's your mission. It would say with a thumbs up and a smiley face on it. Naruto would do this. As he'd suddenly feel, you could see bones shifting in his body, and the claws retract from his hand. Through him practicing this, while going to, you could see, class trying to figure out how to use chakra and force it throughout his body. As he would suddenly grow some ears and a tail from his back. He'd be wondering what's happening as he would try to grab something like a drink, as he would crush it. He'd grab his doorknob to go to his bathroom to look in the mirror, and he would bend it, and he would open the door, looking at himself, seeing him with some kind of wolf features. As he thinks this is not the same form I took, I was like an actual wolf, not a, didn't just have ears and a tail and claws. As a scroll would pop up again, as it would have a drawing, Naruto's human form, going to this form, then to the full wolf form, and it would be an outline with a question mark in the middle of it, as it would be a tall creature, having arms and size and features and claws that you can see outlined on it. Notice is, so this power has transformations, that's cool. So this is the first form. As another scroll would pop up, as it shows him some steps to try to get to the next form, and he would say, it would also say watch your back if you go outside from now on, and if you do meet anybody with strange abilities, you should try to hide your face and identity best you can. May I add dyeing your hair, or learning some ninjutsu or transformation, so nobody can figure out it's you. Reminding him that there's others who gained ability from him, and many in the Konoha village. And so, sadly this one I'm gonna end it off. Yeah, it's a little short, so didn't get far, just kinda introduced it. So yeah, figure out who they are, remember the persons from the movie, not the actual regular Digimon series. So yeah, peace out.